Welcome to Onslow County today, and you can see we are at the beach, and I can't think of a more beautiful place to be here in Onslow County than looking out at this gorgeous ocean and celebrating the beauty that surrounds us. Today we've invited some guests out here to talk with us. We're going to be talking with Chelsea DiZarilla from Onslow County Park and Recreation about everything from pirate days to bird watching to volleyball. We'll also talk with Erin Mortensen about the Onslow County Public Library's Comicbook Fest and their summer reading program. And finally, we'll visit with our friend DaDonna Coulter from Onslow County DSS about Foster Parent Appreciation Month, which is May, but it's really every day. We're so glad you're joining us here for Onslow County today, because it's time for a day at the beach. Welcome back to Onslow County today, and joining us on this blustery, gusty day is a new guest, Chelsea DiZarilla.
Yes, ma'am.
And Chelsea, you are the athletics coordinator?
The athletic supervisor, yes ma'am, for the county.
With Onslow County Park and Rec. How long have you been with the county?
Since the end of October. I started the end of October, so about 6 months.
About 6 months.
Yes.
So into baseball season, into basketball season, cheer season,
Yes, ma'am.
and now back to baseball, right?
Right, yes ma'am.
And so I know that this, 6 months is not a whole lot of time to get it all oriented, but here you are, and we are going to talk about some special events you all have coming up, as well as a new athletic opportunity for young people here in the county. So let's begin with that, with volleyball. Sand volleyball only seems appropriate today.
Correct, you're at the beach, so we might as well talk about it. So we'll offer a sand volleyball league. It will start in May, and it will run through the end of July. It will be held at Onslow Pines Park. We have 3 sand volleyball courts there, so we'll utilize all of those. We have 2 different age groups, so there'll be a 12U division and a 16U division.
Okay.
Lots of good times to be had. Anybody is welcome, experienced, not experienced. We're willing to take them all. We're excited. I think that it'll be a good turnout. It'll be a good season.
So if I have a kiddo who is interested in playing volleyball, what do I need to do?
Sure. The parent could go to onslow.recdesk.com, and they will see a program listed there for sand volleyball per the age divisions that we discussed, and they would register their child there. There will be more information as well located on that registration form.
So any additional, so when we do the registration, things like birth certificates or medical physicals, anything else like that we need to download with that registration?
Right, everything should be found there. There will be a need for a birth certificate to verify age, and then also a liability form will be signed at that time.
And the cost again?
$45 per player.
Okay.
We are also in need of coaches, so if anybody wants to volunteer to be a volleyball coach, that would be awesome.
All right. I know that it's a little blustery.
A little.
But you know who loves blustery weather like this?
I can take a guess.
Maybe pirates?
Pirates.
This is perfect pirate weather.
Right.
They would have sailed right here,
At one point, they probably did.
They probably did about 300 years ago, 400 years ago. This would have been an ideal location for a pirate. And you all are co-hosting with some of our other friends, Piratefest, your annual Piratefest down in Swansboro. When is that going on?
Right, May 13th, downtown Swansboro. There'll be lots of things to do. I hear some mermaids might be present, some sword fights, pirate storytelling, all kinds of good times for families to come out and enjoy.
Typical, if you're from Eastern North Carolina, you get some pirate in you, just naturally.
Right,
so,
absolutely.
and then mermaids, you said, a little swashbuckling going on.
Yes.
Sea shanties being sung.
Yes.
And
Sword fighting
or swashbuckling, and of course, you have to practice your ARG. Is this what I understand?
You do need to practice it, be prepared to, give it out, hand it out while you're there. Yes.
Some of us just come naturally to pirate life.
Right.
But pirate life is pretty cool, and the fact that we are having, this is an annual celebration that's been going on for a couple of decades now, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I understand you partner with Swansboro Park and Rec and some other community agencies as well. So a big day in Swansboro.
Time. Yes, definitely come out.
Perfect. And then, of course, you all have some other stuff going on.
We do. We have a Park Pals program. So we'll host one in May, and that will be a bird watch program. We have different themes for every month. The cost is $5, ages 3 to 6. It kind of gives toddlers and the pre-kindergarten stage a time to come out. They'll read a specific book related to birds, and then they'll learn some things. They'll do some crafts. They'll have some music, some snacks, that kind of thing. It seems to be a good time. We sell out every month. So they'll register at the same place they did for the Volleyball League, onslow.recdesk.com, and they can find more information there as well.
Well, as a true bird nerd, which I am, I'm so excited that you all are doing this. And you know, when you're 3, your favorite bird is big bird, but there are lots of other great birds.
Right.
You know, I mean, this is a great place to do birding, and we're home to some incredible creatures, from ospreys to, you know, being one of the sites where we protect the red-cockaded woodpecker.
Right.
So teaching these kiddos early the beauty of birds is very exciting. So I'm glad that you all are doing that. And your Park Pals program, so neat.
Right, it has, and it's developed a lot in the last couple months. Again, we're sold out every month. The kids absolutely love it, and great things are planned that are very unique every month.
Awesome. Well, our parks, including this beautiful public beach access where we are today, is a great way to just get out and see the beauty that's Onslow County.
Absolutely.
Now, if folks want to know more, we need to direct them to your socials and to your best telephone number. Go ahead.
Right, we have a Facebook account. Definitely follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We also have our website, which has plenty of information, and then also our Rec Desk account, onslow.recdesk.com.
Fantastic. Well, Chelsea, thanks for coming out and visiting
thanks for
with
having
us.
me.
And we're looking forward to future visits with you.
Yeah, I am too. Thank you so much.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today, and joining us now is Erin Mortensen from the Onslow County Public Library. Erin, we're so glad to have you. Thanks for coming out and enjoying the view here with us today.
Yeah, happy to spend part of my day out here.
This is pretty spectacular. Erin, we know that it's summertime. I mean, lots of folks have already hit the beach this morning. And we want to talk about what's going on this summer at our Onslow County Public Libraries. But first, last month we had a visit from some of your coworkers. I'm pretty sure it was some of your coworkers. They didn't quite look like themselves because you all are hosting your inaugural Comic Book Festival. You got to tell us more about it.
Yes, so that is coming up on May 13th. It's going to be from 10 to 2. And it's hosted at the Jacksonville branch of Onslow County Public Libraries. We have a bunch of different vendors coming out, from people in costumes to comic book stores, all to share in the love of comic books.
And you know, the fun part is this isn't just for kids. This isn't just for adults. This is for the whole family.
Correct, yeah. It's a family affair. We have something for every age. We have costume contests, trivia games, a dance party for kids. So really bring out the whole family. You'll all have a good time.
Now, of course, we've got to ask, you know, this public library event, all dressed up, any fee to attend?
Nope, to attend it's completely free, and we provide all the supplies.
Fantastic. And, you know, everybody loves, I mean, they had their favorite characters, right? So it's going to be fun to see people dressed up and who they admire. Maybe Aquaman will just come up out of the ocean with and go with you today.
Yes.
Now, you encourage people to dress up. Any pre-registration, or just show up that day?
Nope, you can just show up that day, and we'll be welcoming you with open arms.
That is fantastic. Now, of course, you also have, I mean, summertime means summer reading at our public libraries. Talk about this year's theme and how we can get kids involved.
So this year's theme is All Together Now, which is just really speaks to what a library is, and that's very much a community center where we bring people together to enjoy books and events and make everyone feel welcome. But it's also to bring families together, spend time together reading, and getting in those minutes and getting in those books for our summer reading program.
Fantastic. Kickoff this year, it was going to be held when?
That is going to be on June 10th at 9 a.m. at Onslow Pines Park.
All right. So people can show up, they can register, they can learn, or they can go to their own branch and learn about how to participate. And then, you know, summer reading is about that time together and also preventing for our kiddos who are in school that sort of summer slump so they stay engaged, right?
Correct, yeah. So we have our categories are broken down into age groups so that you can spend that time getting in the minutes and entering them and seeing kind of what you come up with at the end of the summer.
And then there are prizes at the end, right?
Yes,
So
it's a friendly competition.
friendly competition. Now, of course, in conjunction with summer reading, you also always do a really fun other kind of competition, a design competition.
Yes. So we have our bookmark competition, and you can go into any of our 4 branches and get a bookmark competition entry form. It'll have the rules on the page and then a pre-made bookmark for you to design and decorate as you please. And then you go resubmit it back to the library by May 21st. And the winning designs will be used throughout the summer.
That is awesome. I love to see those at the front desk of each of the branches. And take a bookmark, so they're beautiful.
Yes.
Now, we want to encourage folks of all ages to read this summer.
Yes.
Come hang out at the beach, but maybe don't bring your paper book from the library to the beach.
Correct, yeah. Maybe look into some of our digital resources like Hoopla and Libby and bring those on your Kindle or your iPad or your phone instead.
Fantastic. Now, Erin, you've been with us about 6 months now, and I understand that you are leaving us.
We are, yep, we're gonna move a little closer to home.
And where are you headed?
We're headed to Florida.
Headed to Florida.
Yes.
Well, it has been a real joy getting to know you, but as anybody in Onslow County knows, that's part of our story, right? We get to love you for just a minute, and then we have to say goodbye.
Yes.
But of course, we're going to stay in touch and hear how you're doing and wish you all great luck.
Yes.
Great luck. In your last official appearance on Onslow County today, we want to make sure that we tell our library friends and all of our viewers how they can learn more about what's going on at their Onslow County Public Library.
So as always, we recommend following us on our social media pages, so our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Onslow County Public Libraries. And you can go to our website where we have our newsletters, our calendars, and a lot of other graphics that talk about kind of what we have going on and how to get registered for some of our events. And those are probably the best ways, or you can just pop into the library and see what we've got.
Fantastic. Well, Erin, it's been a real joy getting to know you. Thanks for sharing all this great information and for what you've done for our public libraries, and we wish you great luck.
Thank you. It's been so fun getting to serve Onslow County Public Libraries.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today, and joining us now is DaDonna Coulter from Onslow County DSS. DaDonna, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You know, this is a special time of year for you all.
Yes.
May is Foster Parent Appreciation Month.
Yay! And it's not only here in Onslow County, but it's nationwide, where county agencies appreciate, not only county agency, all agencies appreciate their foster parents for the great work that they do for our children.
Now you're kicking off this month, the very first as we kick off the show, you're getting a special proclamation as well.
Yes, we will be presented on May 1st with the foster care proclamation from the Onslow County Board of Commissioners, and that will be May 1st at 11 o'clock a.m. At Burton Park.
Now, we want to talk about what it takes to be a foster parent, because it's a PhD, right, in early childhood education, right? All these advanced, maybe you need to be, I don't know, medically trained. All this is required, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, there are so many things that are required. One, you have to attend a 30-hour course so that you can be trained and acclimated on how to care for a child who's been traumatized. Also, you need to complete CPR first aid, you must be certified in that. But also, we license your your home. So everybody needs to have a physical, including your pets. We also need to make sure that we do an environmental check or do a walkthrough of the home to make sure that everything is appropriate and safe for a child to come into your home. We also want to make sure every child has their own bed. Now, sometimes they get to have their own room, but but everybody has to have their own bed.
Right.
We also need to make sure that we, just make sure that it's a safe environment. And so there are a litany of things that need to be accomplished, but for the most part, completing the 30-hour course is very important in starting the process to become a licensed foster parent.
I always love what you all have in all of your materials. You don't have to be a perfect person
Correct.
to be a perfect parent.
Correct.
But you all, you don't have to have that PhD in early childhood, but you all help provide that support. You all provide that education and that training.
Yes.
Because for a child to have entered the foster care program, as you say,
It's pretty traumatizing.
this is, and all levels of trauma, it's hard to even imagine or measure. And they need that safe place to land.
Yes.
And that place where they're insulated and cared for and loved deeply.
Yeah.
Talk about the foster parents that you have, because we're celebrating them, we're appreciating them this month and all the time.
We have some of the most wonderful foster parents on planet Earth. I've had foster parents where during COVID, a child couldn't travel out of state, and a foster parent stayed behind at Christmas time because the child couldn't travel. I have foster parents who have taken children on trips that they've never experienced before, given them opportunities that they've never experienced, and just embraced our children on a temporary basis as if they were their own. Just helping, enhancing their life in so many different ways, whether it's socially, culturally, emotionally, physically, intellectually, just giving children the wonderful things that they need, because every child deserves a safe, stable, and nurturing home environment. But in addition to that, children need to have normalcy established in their life. They need to have that consistency. They need to have that nurturing relationship with a parent or an individual that just loves them just because they're a child. And so that's our foster parents go above and beyond and do wonderful things for our children. They make sure that they have connections with their past, including if they were like on a soccer team or try to attend the same schools, have frequent visits and contacts with their parents. A lot of my foster parents, every Friday, they email pictures and narratives about what happened with their child during the week, so that during the times that the parents didn't get to see their child or connect with their child, they have that update. They also allow children to video chat with their parents, especially little ones, because, think about it, there's only so much they're going to say on a phone call, but when they actually see their parents live, sometimes they'll just look, and then of course, they will communicate in their own special way. But it's so important for children to maintain those connections with their past, with their family members, with their extended family, that they don't normally get a chance to do, between visits. So our foster parents are just wonderful. They fill in the gap. They are, the glue that keeps our children, on that path to reunification with their parents. And that's why we love them. That's why we appreciate them. Yes, we're going to appreciate them for the month of May, but we appreciate our foster parents every day.
Now, and I love that, because we've talked to different foster families through the years here, and one foster parent in particular had been, I think she had fostered more than 40 children throughout her time here in Onslow County. And she said when she was doing that and had moved away and came back, she said that you all had reached out to her, and she said, no, I'm too old to do that now. And they said, no, you're not. Talk about why there is really no limits to being a foster parent.
Age is a number, but if you have that physical stamina, that willing spirit, that loving and caring heart, the resources to match in order to provide the care for a child we welcome you. We appreciate you. We have foster parents who mentor one another.
Oh.
We have foster parents who can extend support to children, where they do long-term foster care placement or even do respite. Give a foster parent a break and provide foster care for one night or overnight for like a weekend or something of that sort. So we need foster parents on varying levels to support our families.
Now, we talked about that idea of mentorship. In April, you all had a special event at Zing Zum so that parents could just hang out, sort of a meet and greet to say, hey, I'm there for you.
It's important for our foster parents to build relationships among themselves, to be those coaches and mentors and advisors for one another. And so, we decided to have a meet and greet for our foster parents to allow them to meet each other, because we have some new ones and we have some seasoned ones. And so we wanted them to get together, meet each other, establish that relationship that will hopefully last a lifetime, but build those connections not only within them as a foster parent system, but also for the betterment of our children who would be placed in their home at some point in time.
Now, you all are going to do another special event on May 19th. You have a special celebration plan for our foster parents.
Oh, this is another time where we recognize our foster parents for the great work that they do. So we will be having our Foster Parent Appreciation Cookout at Northeast Creek Park on May 19th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And it's a family reunion. It's an opportunity for all of our foster parents to come out with the whole family, their children included, as well as our foster children, our staff. And we just have a cookout and we hang out and have a great time and just enjoy each other and let our foster parents know how much, not only that we love them, but how much we appreciate them. So we celebrate them in this grand way with an annual cookout.
That is fantastic. Yes. Now, this is a very special club to be a part of. And if we are pondering, if there's somebody on the fence, if there's somebody who said, I feel like that my heart is being led to do this, what do you tell that person who calls and says, DaDonna, I'm thinking that this might be something I'd like to do for our community, for our children. What do I do?
One of the things that you can do is go to the Onslow County website, just type in foster care, and you'll immediately be able to click on and see frequently asked questions about how to become a foster parent, some of the requirements about becoming a foster parent, and then contact information for myself and my co-workers, Christy Hill and Jessica Varner, but also my supervisor. And we are at any given time willing to answer any of your questions. So please call or email us at any given time, and we can share more information and ask all of your questions. Because if you're on the fence, it sounds like your heart is opening as well as your front door to a child who is in need of a safe and stable, nurturing environment. So we welcome your questions. We welcome anything that you would have to offer to help our children continue to establish normalcy and be appreciated, not because of just because of who they are.
Just because of who they are. Now, when we talk about the need for foster parents, that is a conversation that we've had several times, and it's an ongoing need.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about the number of children we currently have in foster care in Onslow County, and how many families we currently have that have that open door.
Yes, we have about 131 children that are currently in foster care, but that changes at any given day. However, we only have 55 licensed foster homes, so when you do the math, you know that we need more licensed foster homes in Onslow County for Onslow County children versus our children having to be placed in other homes outside of Onslow County.
We want to keep them in their home community, as you said, so that they can stay in their schools, stay with their soccer team or their baseball team, their Girl Scout, troop. So keep them close to home.
Yes.
But that also, as you said, may keep them close to their biological families so that they can have that ongoing connection as well.
Correct. And, just continue to build their connections, but also maintain the connections that they already have rooted right here in their county of residence.
Now, DaDonna, again, we celebrate our foster families, and we celebrate you all in what you do for the children of Onslow County. If folks want to know more, how's the best way that we can talk with you and find out more about what we can do to help?
Please, like I said, go to the county website and our information is there, but you can call me directly at 910-219-1823 or email us as well.
Well, it is always a real privilege to talk with you about your families and that you share their stories with us. And we wish you the very best as you celebrate our foster families.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today, and I want to take a quick moment to sort of be my own guest, if you will. The Onslow County Museum is excited to announce that we have been selected to host a Smithsonian traveling exhibit opening on May the 6th, and we'd love to invite our viewers to come out and check out Crossroads, Change in Rural America. This exhibit has traveled across the state to 5 other locations. We're the final site here in the Southeast, and it is a wonderful exhibit about how the American landscape has changed. Lots of conversation about how rural landscape and use has changed, and that's really timely and important here for our own Onslow County. Of course, we're going through a study right now with our planning department, a comprehensive study called Horizons 2040. At the Onslow County Museum, we are also collecting stories about how that landscape has changed here and how land use has changed and how people's stories have changed. And so we want to invite you out on May the 6th. The exhibit will be with us until June the 9th. We also are a Blue Star Museum, so beginning Memorial Day through Veterans Day, our active duty families, the active duty member and their families' dependents are free anytime they visit the museum during that time. Again, please come out and visit us at the Onslow County Museum. Check us out on social media or give us a call at 910-324-5008. We'll see you at Crossroads. Thank you as always for joining us for Onslow County Today, and a very special thank you to each of our guests. Chelsea DiZarillo with Onslow County Park and Recreation, Erin Mortensen from the Onslow County Public Library, and DaDonna Coulter from Onslow County DSS. We're out here at North Topsail Beach today, and this is a great time to remind you that Onslow County is part of the North Carolina statewide trail system called the Mountains to the Sea, with the terminus right here at the beach. As always, we want you to get out and explore your Onslow County today.